Caffeine. It's the silent fuel behind most of our mornings. For many of us, it's not just a drink, it's a ritual. That first cup of coffee, the warmth, the smell, the comfort. It signals the start of the day. It gives us focus. It brings us back to life. But what happens when you take it away? No coffee, no black tea, no energy drinks, just one espresso to get through the afternoon. Just water, herbal tea, and willpower. I decided to quit caffeine for 7 days. Not forever, not dramatically, just a week. I wanted to see what my body, mind, and mood would do without it. And what I learned surprised me, in ways both uncomfortable and empowering. Here's what really happened. Day 1. The habit, not the coffee. On the first day, it wasn't the caffeine I missed, it was the ritual, the familiar rhythm. Boil the water, grind the beans, pour the mug. Instead, I stood in my kitchen, unsure what to do with my hands. I made a cup of herbal tea. It smelled fine. It tasted okay, but it wasn't the same. I didn't feel the same. There was no mental jolt, no spark, just a sense that something was missing. Physically, I felt all right, but mentally, I was off balance, not tired, just slightly dull. The first lesson, caffeine isn't just chemical. It's emotional. It's behavioral. It's part of how we frame our day. Day 2. The withdrawal hits. Day 2 was hard. The headaches began mid-morning, not unbearable but persistent, a dull ache behind the eyes. I felt groggy, like I hadn't slept at all, even though I had. My concentration dipped. I read the same sentence 3 times. My motivation tanked. And the cravings? Intense. Not just for coffee, for clarity, for energy, for normalcy. It felt like my body was begging for caffeine. But I held on. I drank more water, went for a walk, told myself, this is temporary, this is detox. Lesson 2. Your body notices when you take caffeine away, especially if you've relied on it for years. Day 3. Emotional fog. This was the lowest point. I felt anxious, for no clear reason, not panicked, just restless. My mind wandered. I snapped at small things. I felt a little disconnected from myself. This wasn't about tiredness anymore. This was emotional withdrawal. Caffeine doesn't just wake us up. It plays with dopamine, adrenaline, cortisol. It regulates mood, motivation, even how we handle stress. And without it, everything feels heavier. Lesson 3. Caffeine is mood-altering. Removing it reveals how much we've come to rely on it, not just for focus, but for emotional balance. Day 4. The turnaround. Something changed. I woke up slowly, but not groggy. There was no headache, no crash, just a calm, even kind of energy. I still missed the ritual. I still missed the taste, but I didn't feel the same pull. Instead of reaching for something external, I checked in with myself. I stretched, breathed, made warm lemon water, and surprisingly, I felt fine. Better than fine. Focused but not wired. Calm but not sluggish. Lesson 4. There's a different kind of energy on the other side of caffeine. Quieter, steadier, and more sustainable. Day 5. The sleep shift. That night, something unexpected happened. I slept deeply. Not just longer, deeper. Unbroken sleep, vivid dreams, a sense of true rest. I hadn't realized how much caffeine had been affecting my sleep, even when I wasn't drinking it late. You see, caffeine can stay in your system for up to 10 hours. Even an afternoon coffee can delay deep sleep, reduce REM cycles, and leave you waking up groggy. No wonder I used to feel tired in the morning. I was borrowing energy with caffeine and paying it back with poor sleep. Lesson 5. Sometimes caffeine doesn't fix your fatigue. It causes it. Day 6. Mental clarity, but different. Day 6 was interesting. My thoughts were clearer, not razor sharp like on a triple espresso, but cleaner. Less mental chatter, less anxiety, less rush. I got things done, but I didn't feel frantic. This was a slower kind of productivity. Less about adrenaline, more about flow. And food tasted better. I realized how much caffeine had dulled my senses, not just taste, but presence. I felt more in tune with my body, more aware of how I was really feeling, not just reacting. Lesson 6. You don't need to be on all the time. Clarity can come from stillness, too. Day 7. Reflection and a choice. By day 7, I wasn't craving coffee anymore, but I missed it, in a respectful way. I missed the ritual, the warmth, the comfort, but I didn't need it. I felt more in control of my energy, my mood, my mind. And I had to ask, now that I know how I feel without caffeine, do I want to bring it back? For some, the answer might be no. For others, like me, the answer is yes, but differently. Not as a crutch, not out of habit, but as a choice, an occasional pleasure, not a daily dependency. Lesson 7. Quitting caffeine doesn't have to be forever, but stepping away, even briefly, gives you clarity on how it truly affects you. Final thoughts. What you learn when you quit caffeine. So, what happens when you quit caffeine for a week? Yes, the headaches come. Yes, the fog is real. Yes, you'll crave your morning ritual, but also, your sleep improves. Your mood levels out. Your energy becomes more stable. You reconnect with what you actually need, not what you think you need. It's not about becoming anti-coffee. It's about becoming pro-awareness, pro-balance, pro-you. If you're curious, try it. 1 week. Just see what happens. You might learn something surprising. Not just about caffeine, but about yourself. Thanks for watching. If this video inspired you, hit like, share it with someone who's always wired, and subscribe to the Foodie Diaries for more food, health, and habit content that helps you live better every single day.